Hold on. Before you watch the rest of the video, I have a new site on Tippy where you can see lots of unseen videos and more. Link in description. Don't miss out. Join the team and enjoy the video.
You can put it over, and we're not using it. If you want it, I can bring it by.
That would be great. Yeah, that would be awesome. I would appreciate that.
Yeah.
Great
Because-
bruises.
Yeah.
It won't bruise. It won't bruise
Yeah.
anymore.
I was telling Joe and Michelle, we went and played disc golf yesterday, and I was racing with my son to the next tee, and my husband thought it would be fun to walk for like 5 minutes. It hurt so bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like solid plastic.
Yes.
Pretty
He
quick.
was like, you're fine. It doesn't hurt that bad. And I was like, have you ever been hit in the ankle with a
Yeah, turn
disc?
around. Let's go.
Yeah. It's fine if you can't.
Yeah.
It's no worries.
It's all in boxes. Everything's in boxes.
Oh,
Compared to what we spent in 2024, we probably over budgeted just a smidge in 25, but it's always better to have that protection there. So there's that drop. And then budget stabilization. In years past, we've always increased this by $250,000 each year. So that is the proposal again for 2026. Any questions on this one?
Is there a goal, that budget stabilization number?
I would tell you, according to Government Finance Officers Association, we're probably half or less of where we should be. What's helped us a lot on our bond rating right now, which I think it's a balancing act. I think we're okay if we had the flood. And Eileen King, who was my boss, the commissioner, said we spending because we have no more liquid cash because we have to spend so much money back. You would know, by no standards of financially gauging it, are we overextended? But at the same point, I wouldn't come to you and say increase $1 million. I think if you do it regularly at 250, COVID, where did everyone come looking for money? And at least the federal government gave us some at that point, but they may not. In the tornado or the flood, they may not. And so that's what it's there for. That's why we only use it for emergencies. But yeah, look that up, Brittany, that we can kind of give the board a gauge as we're going through the process.
Absolutely. Any other questions on this one? Questions too. So, okay. Next budget is the half-cent sales tax. So we try to add in this estimated column, and we do this once, and then we just usually hide it so you guys don't always have to see it. But this just helps you see kind of like what we think we're actually going to spend throughout the rest of 2025 based on just how we are. Because, we set the 2025 budget a year ago, and now we're here and we're like, okay, we know what our projects are going to be. We know what we can take on. And so we usually add in this column just to project out the rest of the year. And then that gives us a better capture of what 2026 will look like. Any questions on this one?
Down?
Marlette's going to take it down and then be more.
Okay. Oh, I didn't see it down there. Sorry. Okay. I didn't see that on the list. I was looking at it either.
Also on insurance commissioners, we always think of, gosh, just our existing properties, but we got a whole new EMS ambulance facility at a large value.
Any questions on insurance? Juvenile detention. So just kind of keeping this, I'm increasing it based off the 2024, but it is a decrease from the 2025. So just doing $100,000. Any questions on that one?
That's for the North Central.
Mm-hmm.
You haven't gotten the sheet from them yet of what next year, so.
I don't believe so. No, they usually send it.
Working on the budget.
Okay. It's good to know.
And it's your average, what we're using, which is.
So in 2024, you can see we spent $27,538, and this had to do a lot with that transfer that Shiloh did. She found, that we were supposed to be splitting that money into like the special parks and stuff. So that's what that huge, just budgeting that full authority to do so. Any questions on that one? Budgeted a $3.5 million transfer from general fund again this year, just to kind of keep that flat. I talked with Daniel about this fair booth revenue. He was fine with the $20,000 interest. I'm sorry, 20,000, the 20,000 fair booth revenue. And then Shiloh and I have worked out numbers for investment interest, and we'll get those added in and brought back when we start doing the full budget development worksheets. And then you can see here, this was the transfer that we no longer have to do for 2026 since we paid off that bond. And then we have our lease payments staying flat. And then this 20,000, 20 million 900 get us to,
Transfer from general fund, it was 14 million.
yes.
But I know there was a just under 10 million.
Mhm.
That was in
And to do some of those things. So it's a tool to consider and be aware of, because generally if you go to a bond issue and you wanted to use part cash for the judicial center, it reduces the debt load. So just all different approaches for the board to think about.
Mhm. Any other questions on this one? I will be planning a CIP work session for June, so just so you guys are all aware. Next is economic development. So we have the transfer in from general fund of $109,533. And then we have the transfer to bond and interest for this Conzo water project for $52,153. And then other capital outlay are the appropriation requests. And then of course the Riley County General Eco Devo. So we've kept that pretty flat across the years at that $132,850. Any questions on this one?
Maybe you said, when's Conza done?
In 2028, I believe. I'm pretty sure it's 2028 appropriation was. I can't control this one, but so this for revenues, of course, we don't know what ad valorem tax is going to be yet, but we do have projections already from Shiloh on everything else. So I've listed those all in here. And then we did increase our contractual services. So building maintenance, physician fees, building space rental as well, because we never know. Usually he increases it usually by like $25 or $50 every year, I think, for our monthly invoice, but just trying to make sure we're keeping up with those costs as well. So any questions on RCPD? Next is opioid. So just kind of sticking with the same projection of receiving a
More, but need to give you more information so you can, start making that up. That's what we're here for. Give you the information you want to make the decisions.
Yeah, and you've already heard from a lot of departments, and you've already heard from a lot of appropriations requesting their funds and seeing these decreases. And so even when your appropriations come through, like I was very surprised. I was very hopeful that we're going to get through this budget season very, very easily, and hopefully, in my opinion. But
And just knowing all these commissioners, Brittany works very closely with Shiloh and the appraiser's office and all the department heads on their individual budgets. So it's not Brittany's number. She's the one relaying the information of a lot of collaboration with every department head.
We're going down to just a laptop with a docking station instead of having both. One in here, it works out well, and several are beginning to do that, and that saves costs, and so we do appreciate that. So we're working hard on those things, but we are seeing an increase where I used to be able to get a PC for $900 or now $1,000. Where I'm just getting a laptop for $1,000, now they're $1,100. It's just those prices that are kind of moving the needle there, and so what we're seeing. So again, overall, $166,007 on the increase there. I hope that I can continue to work some of our vendors, work with some of those and get some answers from them on what they anticipate. And those are anything from Paylocity and what they're doing to Comtech, or they're going to be changes to Cisco products that we have, and working through all of them. One of the projects we do have coming up, and it won't change ours, but it will change the overall budget. If you do recall, you approved that we can move forward with a change from our Cisco Call Manager phone system to WebEx. And when we do that, we should save $5,000 a month out of the general fund where we pay our AT&T services and so forth out of. And so we anticipate a move of that in July for our department to test it. And then as we get into September, October, and those months in there, we'll do the rollout for the entire county. So we're really excited about that move and change to help the overall budget of the entire county there. If you have any questions, I'm more than happy to answer.